Welcome to Coffee with Viking. I am Mike. Cheers. Deuteronomy 20:16. In those towns that the Lord your God has given you as a special possession, destroy every living thing. Ethnic cleansing. That's what it looks like. God is ordering a Holocaust not conducted against the Jews, but by them. Moses is telling the Israelites that once they invade Canaan, they are to kill everyone living there. All the explanation we get comes in one sentence from Moses. This will prevent the people of the land from teaching you to imitate their detestable customs in the worship of their gods, which would cause you to sin deeply against the Lord your God. And that's Deuteronomy 20:18. Canaanite worship featured some ugly practices, including infant sacrifice and sex rituals between worshipers and worship leaders. The cleansing that God orders is more spiritual than ethnic. There are lots of races in Canaan. The cleansing will be a bit like a washing away of sin in the flood and the burning off of sin at Sodom and Gomorrah. In ages past, God purged the land of sin and sinners, and now He's planning to do it again, this time through warfare. Israel will fail on the follow through. They'll kill many Canaanites, but they'll learn to live as neighbors with many others. And as Moses predicts, Israel will gradually start worshiping Canaanite gods. In time, God will have to cleanse the land once again, this time of Jews. Invaders will arrive in 586 BC, slaughtering the Jews, driving off the survivors, and erasing the sovereign nation of Israel from the world map. Now, in the Old Testament times, before Christ came, God did a lot of cleansing spiritually, and a lot of people would see this as, if God is love, then why would He do that? He is also just. So anything that would lead people away, He would have to cleanse. And He is not one that stands for evil. So any evil He has to do away with. And on the day of judgment will be the final cleansing before this world is completely destroyed with the old heaven as well, and a new heaven and earth will be rebuilt. But before Christ came, there was a lot of this cleansing in Moses' time. And if you see this as cruel, then you might want to study it a little more, because it is actually God showing His love in the fact that He does not want His people, the ones that choose to follow Him, to stray away. Because He knows that after this life, much worse will happen. Believe me, what happens in this world is nothing compared to what awaits down in that eternal fiery furnace. But when Christ came, that's when all of this came to an end, because the final sacrifice was made through Christ Jesus. This right here that we're going through with the books of Moses in the Old Testament, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that still applies today, but it is also a history lesson. Things that may not apply to us today, but we still need to learn it because it's history, and if we do not learn history, we are doomed to repeat it. Stay blessed. Stay caffeinated. Much love.